You're looking live at Stemmerich Gymnasium, Union High School in Rimersburg, Pennsylvania tonight, where we open the Class 1A PIAA State Playoffs. The third place team out of District 5, the Rams from Turkeyfoot Valley High School, taking on the runners-up from District 9, the Union Golden Knights. Hi again, everybody. Great to have you along for our broadcast this evening from the Dungeon. I'm Dustin Kifer. Dan Reed beside me. Tyler Oakes is our producer this evening, and Adrian Weber is on the camera for us tonight. And Dan, we're to the point in the season where it's win, move on, lose, go home. But I always like this time of year. I know you've been around this sport for a long time, and district playoffs, there's a lot of familiarity. You get to the PIAA State Playoffs, and you get some matchups of teams from pretty far distances away, and you get some matchups of teams that just don't have a whole lot of familiarity, but it's a fun time of year.
Oh, it's great. March Madness, right? Isn't that what they call it? But like you said, we don't really know a lot about this Turkeyfoot Valley team. Seen Union play a number of times, but that's kind of what makes it interesting. It's going to make it exciting.
This is the Carly Tire pregame show. Laurel Clinic High School basketball on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com. Also want to send out a special thank you tonight as the Corner Restaurant in Rimersburg helping bring tonight's game, homemade pies and Friday fish specials at the Corner Restaurant in Rimersburg, and the Eric Schick Insurance Agency also helping bring you tonight's broadcast. We're inside the Carly Tire pregame show, the Clarion Ford drive to the game. Dan, it was a tough one for me. I had to go about a mile and a half.
Yeah, you could have walked. I'm sure you did, right?
I did. No,
you
no,
weren't. No.
The weather was pretty bad.
I
didn't want to do that. So yeah, it's a Clarion Ford drive to the game. Not too bad for me. Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning players to watch segment as things will get started a little bit earlier here. We only have 5 minutes left on the clock here on the pregame clock. Things get started a little bit sooner. They want to make sure the game tips right at 7 o'clock. But some of the key players to watch in this basketball game, I'll take a look quickly at this Turkeyfoot Valley team. They come in with Bryce Nicholson, a sophomore point guard, averaging just under 16 points a game, also leading the team in three-point field goals with 30. Almost double the rate of the rest of the guys on this Rams team for Turkeyfoot Valley as well. Right behind him is Chris Kozlowski. Kozlowski averaging just under 14 points a game. He actually averages a double-double for the Rams at 13-9. Colt Rugg, checking in at 4.7 a game, and Zach Ryan averages just under 5 a game as well for this Turkeyfoot Valley team. Janny Montgomery Scott starting lineup for this Turkeyfoot Valley squad. It's going to be Bryce Schmidt, Bryce Nicholson, Daniel Yunkin, Zach Ryan, and Chris Kozlowski are the starting five for this Turkeyfoot Valley team. Dan, I know you've had a chance to see this Union team just like I have this year. Who are some of the key players that you expect for us to be calling throughout tonight's game?
Well, the nice thing about Union, they could get scoring from anybody. Peyton Johnson is their leading scorer at 16.3 a game. Xander Laughlin can light it up. He averages 12 points a game. I've seen Skylar Roxbury get hot, and he averages 10.1 points a game. And Camper, you can't count Camper out underneath. Dawson Camper, he's also, he's 8.2 points a game, but he's over 11 rebounds per game. Mm-hmm. So it could be any of those guys, and they can also get scoring from their point guard, Trey Fleming. So it could be any one of those guys, and that's kind of the thing that's hard about this team is to guard them. You don't know who's going to be scoring. I got a ball here.
There's a ball right underneath us.
They never gave me one of these when I played here. Wow. How about that?
How many points did you score in your career here at Union?
I scored both of them here, right at Union.
Both of the points that you had. There you go.
Right.
Those are our players to watch, brought to you by Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning inside our Carly Tire pregame show. Janny Montgomery Scott starting lineup for Union looks like this. Skylar Roxbury, Dawson Camper, Trey Fleming, Peyton Johnston, and Xander Laughlin are the starting five there. Head coach of the Union Golden Knights is Eric Mortimer. Head coach of the Turkeyfoot Valley Area Rams is Landon Loya. Those are your carrier insurance coaches. What's at stake in this game? Well, it's an exciting matchup here with this game. Two very small schools in this area. Actually, we have a video from earlier today. Video courtesy of the Addison Volunteer Fire Department. this is what the small school basketball is all about, as you see Turkeyfoot Valley actually getting the escort treatment out of town and out of their area, and a lot of fans lining the street there, and you can see the fire trucks. And, there are small schools throughout the state, even in the Pittsburgh area. You get some of the private schools in that area that are small schools, and you just don't get that same sense of community that you get here. There's a fantastic crowd of Union people here, Rimersburg, Sligo residents that are here tonight, a lot of them in white. Turkeyfoot Valley, for the long trek that it is, brought a very nice crowd tonight. You see them on their way up, leaving the area in the small town of Confluence, Pennsylvania, near the Maryland border. But what's at stake tonight? Winner moves on, and the loser goes home. There's a look at how far apart these two teams are geographically and the long trek that Turkeyfoot Valley area Rams had to make it to us here at Union High School. Do want to send along a Zoc Promoter scoreboard update here in the Carly Tire pregame show. It's Red Bank Valley 27, Sarah Catholic 17. That's a halftime score in 2A girls. We're going to get Reed's keys to the game momentarily, but for right now, we'll send it to Union High School Athletic Director Scott Kindle for some of our pregame announcements, the national anthem, and the starting lineups this evening. We'll have the MV Property Care tip-off on the way as well, and we'll most certainly keep you updated on that Zoc Motor scoreboard as best we can. So, Coach Reed, be thinking of those keys of the game.
You got it.
And what these two teams need to do. They're having some technical. There we go.
And your home team is the Union Golden Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, we're paying a complimentary admission to this event and telling you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by these young student athletes. Please give them their positive encouragement. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials and or opponents is unfair and unacceptable. As many of you are aware, there is a severe shortage of officials across the state of Pennsylvania. Union School District recognizes the countless hours that officials put in so that our children have the opportunity to participate in athletics. Before complaining or hollering at an official tonight, please remember, if they were out here doing this job, your child very likely would not have the opportunity to play tonight. If you're interested in helping solve this shortage, please see myself or my assistant for information. Please only enter and exit the gym at halftime. No in the crowd, signs, shakers, towels, noise makers, and pom-poms other than by cheerleaders are not permitted. Please see that all small children are accompanied by an adult at all times. Your officials for tonight's contest are Greg Hedlund, Dominic Francis, and Jim Reeder. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that if you are a member of the U.S. military, instead of standing at this point as everybody is, if you would raise your hand. If you're a veteran or a current member of the U.S. military, please raise your hand so we can honor you, our heroes in the crowd. Thank you for your service. And now please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the singing the national anthem by North American Athletic Director and PIAA Board Member Bonnie Woolers.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
lady of many talents, Miss Bonnie Wolbert, North Clarion Athletic Director, PIAA board member as well. Let's get to the starting lineup. She's a game manager tonight. Got us to the anthem as well.
Number 5, Daniel Duncan. A sophomore, number 4, Bryce Nicholson. A sophomore, number 10, Zach Ryan. A senior, number 1, Bryce Schmidt. And a senior, number 14, Christopher Kozlowski. And now, your Bball Knights. A junior number 13, Trey Fleming. A junior number 32, Xander Lockman. Number 3, a junior, Dustin. A senior number 20, Nathan Johnson. And number 1, a senior, Skylar Roxbury.
So there you go. It's Schmidt, Bryce Nicholson, Yunkin, Ryan, Kozlowski for Turkeyfoot Valley area. The Rams, Roxbury, Camper, Fleming, Johnston, and Laughlin for the Knights. History to be made here tonight. Turkeyfoot Valley playing in just their 6th PIAA state playoff game, first since 2001. They've never won one. Union, it's been since 1974 in the state semifinals since a Golden Knights team has won a state playoff game. You were like 30 years old back
right.
then.
How about that? We're going to get to witness history here tonight.
Yep, one of
way
these
or the
two
other.
teams is going to wrap up a long, long drought in state playoff game victories. It'd be a first for the Rams. It'd be a first in a long time for the Golden Knights. Quick keys to the game. Dan, what do you see has to happen for these two teams to come away victorious tonight?
Well, I've watched this Union team a few times this year. I think the big thing for them is going to be their shot selection. They got some guys that can really score and really light it up. I think when they get into trouble, they start pulling the trigger a little too quickly. So I think I would look for their shot selection in transition both and in their offensive sets. The biggest thing I'm looking forward to right now is the two men jumping ball right now. Did you hear I said jump ball? Or two men?
Yes.
Because they definitely both look like men.
That is good. That's a matchup. As soon as we saw Kozlowski, we immediately said Camper Kozlowski is going to be a great matchup here this evening. Talking to assistant coach Jason Johnston for Union before the game, he talked about the 2-3 zone that this Turkeyfoot Valley team loves to run and has run, as a foul is going to be whistled here on Skylar Roxbury off the missed shot. But you're saying up by 30, down by 30, beginning of the game, end of the game. We're going to see them in that 2-3 zone, and we're not going to see them come out of it. See a 1-3-1 full court pressure here put on by Union.
Little press. Be interesting to see which team is deeper.
Yeah, Union does not go very deep normally this year. Into the corner it goes. Now back up to the top to Ryan. Ryan's shot misses everything. Rebound saved him by Kozlowski. And here comes Fleming. Fleming to Johnston. 3. Too strong. Kozlowski and Camper. First battle we get there, and Kozlowski gets a rebound for Turkeyfoot Valley. Third place team out of District 5 making the long trek up here. Home sites for the opening round of the PIAA playoffs. Skip pass. Into the paint it goes, and I think it traveled.
Yeah, he traveled. Good call down there.
Talk about it often, but sometimes it's not necessarily, you don't have to get a blocked shot. You don't have to get a steal. Sometimes you just have to create traffic.
Yeah, definitely. Already seeing that matchup with Camper and Kozlowski underneath.
Laughlin. That's Roxbury with it to a slashing Johnston. Back iron, no good. Rebound, and I think Johnston will make his way to the line for a chance at 2.
Interesting to see if they called out on the floor. No, he did. He's going to the line. You're right. Kozlowski averages 12.2 rebounds a game, Camper 11.4, so that should be interesting.
That first shot is up and good. Johnson connects on the second as well. Early 2-0 lead. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College free throw line. Steal, Camper layup, no good. He just a little too strong up with it. And a rebound ahead for the Rams, tipped from behind. Roxbury goes ahead to Johnson, one-on-one Johnson. He draws the blocking foul. Peyton Johnson makes his way back to the free throw line for a chance at 2 more. Are you seeing some early, you've been, like I said in the pregame show, you've been around basketball for quite a while. A very successful assistant coach at Keystone as well. JV coach over there you were, as Johnson makes the first. But you've watched a lot of basketball games. Early jitters here. I mean, Camper had a good look there close. Johnson had a good look close as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Is it just early jitters, state playoff game?
I'm sure both teams have some jitters. It's kind of interesting. I haven't seen Union a lot, but I haven't seen them in this press this year yet.
Must have seen something on this team that they wanted to put some pressure, make them work. There's Kozlowski, gets a rebound. He averages a double-double on the season, and there's a rebound and a putback for Kozlowski to make it 4-2. Second leading scorer for this team, averages just under 14 points a game, does Kozlowski.
He did a great job of positioning down there. If Union wants to keep him off the boards, they're going to have to find him early.
Laughlin open 3, it's good. Xander Laughlin rattles it home. First field goal of the game for the Knights. It's 7-2. Yunkin goes corner. 3 on the lay. It's too strong. Roxbury, good positioning on Kozlowski to get that rebound. Fleming bounce pass has it tipped away. That was Zach Ryan getting a paw on it. And here comes Schmidt. Back to Ryan. Ryan looks corner. That 3 is good. 3-pointer by Bryce Nicholson, sophomore guard. And it's 7-5.
Both teams getting a little more comfortable with their shot.
Halfway through the first quarter here. First quarter is brought to you by Kale's Kitchen in Leaper. Roxbury 3, it's no good. Johnson gets the rebound and he'll bring it back out to reset. Nope, they won't reset. Laughlin will knock down the Eric Schick Insurance Agency 3-pointer. Xander Laughlin. Back-to-back threes, back-to-back possessions. 10-5 and a steal by the Knights. Here's Johnson ahead from Fleming. It's good, 12-5 Union.
That press is giving them a little bit of trouble.
Trey Fleming has a solid assist-to-turnover ratio, well above 1 on the season, and you're seeing it there. Takes control of the basketball, takes care of it, and here he gets a rebound, and he's ahead with it. Great court vision from Fleming. Crossover gets him into the paint. Was it tipped out of bounds? It wasn't tipped out of bounds. Officials will get together.
We're going to talk about that. That's good officiating.
Yeah, this
right
is
there.
a solid officiating job there. That's really good. We'll see the baseline official gives the ball to Turkeyfoot Valley. The trailing official, who saw it, and it's the right call. And the trailing official does have a better view of that one, and that's officiating done very well right there.
It's surprising they didn't come up and ask us because we had a great view of that.
Yeah, we could have gone replay on it too for them. Ball will be inbound by Roxbury. They'll choose the long option to Fleming. Nearing that midway point of the Kale's Kitchen first quarter. Camper inside, gets good positioning on Kozlowski. Kozlowski tried to go over the top of him, Dan.
Great entry pass by Roxbury. Another steal here for Union.
Good work on the way up to get a piece of that one. Both Nicholson and Zach Ryan were in position there. This is a young Turkeyfoot Valley team. They are starting Kozlowski and Schmidt, a couple of seniors. Other than that, you got 2 sophomores and a freshman. Quick inbound to Laughlin, and he knocks it home. 16-5, an 11-point lead for the Knights, and Xander Laughlin has 8. And he gets a steal. And the floater in the paint. No good. Camper put back good, and the Knights are up by 13. Timeout Rams. We'll step aside. First quarter action in the PIAA State Playoffs brought to you by the Laurel Eye Clinic on exploreClarion.com.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they haven't really lost them. They just don't need them anymore. Thanks to the amazing LASIK surgeons at Laurel Eye Clinic. Call Laurel Eye Clinic and schedule your free consultation.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
Union leading Turkeyfoot Valley 18-5.
Union looks like it's out in a man-to-man full court press here. So they switched things up a little bit. That's good. Good coaching there.
Johnson to Fleming. Fleming's shot is good. And it's all Union so far. Dan, we talked about it off the air. They're having trouble with this press, aren't they, the Rams?
They really are. Really are. Even when they're getting, when they're beating the press, they're having trouble getting a good shot off of it.
Zach Ryan up with the shot. He thought he got fouled. Official says, I disagree. Quick inbound to the corner, missed three. Fleming with the rebound, and they want to run. They have the numbers. Now the numbers kind of even up, and Johnson will settle it in the corner. Nearing the 3-minute mark of quarter one, it's 20-5. Winner of this one gets either Clarion or Amani Christian. Clarion, of course, District 9 team. Amani Christian, WPIAA champion this year. Missed shot, rebound, Laughlin, and he loses control of the basketball. Tried to body up Kozlowski, and he lost it himself. Union has been great on the board so far in this game. Three-pointer on the way, it's good. That's Bryce Schmidt.
Yeah, Union's done a nice job, I think, of moving the ball, working the ball around for their shot.
What was one of your keys to the game? Shot selection. You can't force a shot. That one might have been forced a little bit by Roxbury. He was close, but a bit off-balanced. Rams into the paint, and that runner has got a quick 5-0 spurt here as Bryce Nicholson finds his way in for two. And it's back to a 10-point game now.
Few Union games I did see this year, they were runs either way, so they got to stop the run here from Turkeyfoot Valley. And, it's kind of interesting to see they come out in different defense there, see if they'll do something different now. Not Turkeyfoot Valley, they're still in that 2-3.
They're still in the 2-3,
right?
Yep, sticking with that. Yeah, if you're Union, you'd have to stay disciplined with the shot selection here, right?
Yeah, you have to get a good shot. Work it. I'd like to see work it inside, maybe get Camper a shot. We'll take that one there, though, wouldn't they?
Camper gets the rebound. Camper put back over top of Kozlowski is no good. And a rebound for the Rams. Yonkin, the freshman, getting the board that time. That three is open. It's on the way, and it's good by Zach Ryan, a sophomore. Gets his first bucket of the game, and it's now 20-3. That's an 8-0 run here for the Rams.
They got to match up on that three-point line. Looks like this team can shoot. Well, nice job there with that three-point line.
Johnson. Fleming into the paint. Runner, no good. Laughlin gets the rebound. To the top, Roxbury open three. Wisely does not take that one. Going to work the ball around a bit here. Laughlin three in the corner. It's no good. Rebound kicked around. That's last touched by the Rams. And the Knights will inbound from the sideline.
Union does a nice job there positioning, get a couple extra possessions there. They're getting the shots underneath. They're just not falling for them.
Fleming directs traffic. Laughlin, the side of the paint shot, no good. That's another good shot. Rebound, Kozlowski gets a block. And ahead come the Rams. It's Nicholson, right side of the paint. Nicholson shot no good. That rebound tipped around. Laughlin will get it. Then you wonder, Dan, how much, as we're under a minute now of the first quarter, how much that 3 or 4 minutes was just the shell shock of, hey, it's been a while since we've been in the state playoffs. This team has no experience in it. And, hey, that was a really long drive, as that's a nice dish from Johnson to Laughlin.
That's a good basket for Union to get there. They needed a layup, and they got it. I think you're starting to see Turkeyfoot Valley settle down a little bit. They're getting the ball down the floor, and they're getting some wide open looks at the three-point line. So you can see these kids can play basketball and they can shoot, and they're doing a good job getting themselves back in the game here.
Under 30 to play in quarter one. The lead is back to 9. They find that opening again in the paint, and it's Xander Laughlin again now with 12 points. In quarter number 1, Johnson is able to step in front, and a foul is called. Much to the dismay of the Union fans that are loading that side of the court.
Yeah, he took a chance, and it was close, but we'll give the official benefit there.
Yep. Much better angle than we have from up here on the stage. Bounce pass Kozlowski, it's loose. Now picked up and into the corner, it goes to Schmidt. Schmidt is fouled in the corner.
Yep. You get Fleming for that foul with 4.3 in the quarter here.
Give him a chance to run a set here. Chance to get back within single digits as the deficit. Union went up by 15. Turkeyfoot Valley was able to get it back down to 5 on an 8-0 run. Long pass into Kozlowski. They'll double on him. Schmidt at the horn. It does not go. And the Knights will end the first quarter with a 24-13 lead over Turkeyfoot Valley. It's Laurel Eye Clinic High School Basketball, and it's right here on exploreClarion.com.
Being in a rural area doesn't have to restrict you to your learning, and I appreciate a college that is located in the area I live because they understand the demographic of their clients and their students, and they understand the challenges of this area, from everything from Wi-Fi access to just accessibility. I appreciate just knowing there's access to further learning without having to drop everything and move closer to a college facility.
Learn more at discovernprc.org.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a built-in-the-USA super efficient furnace from Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Affordable, quiet, and reliable. You can count on your furnace from Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Union with a 24-13 lead as we start the Next Step Therapy second quarter. Laurel Eye Clinic High School Basketball. It's the opening round of the PIAA State Playoffs here on exploreClarion.com. So glad you could join us. And a special hello to all the folks down in the Turkeyfoot Valley Area School District joining us this evening as well. Wish you could have made the trip up here tonight, but we're glad you joined us on the broadcast this evening, and we hope you enjoy it tonight. The steal by Roxbury. Fleming ahead to Johnson. Johnson gets it to rattle home. Peyton Johnson now with 8 points. And it's back to a 13-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for Union was a 15-point advantage in the first quarter. Almost to travel there. He's able to keep the foot. Lots of pressure put on. They're able to get into the paint, and a body foul will send Yonkin to the line to shoot 2.
And Union is switching up their full court pressure there. That was a little bit of a half court, I guess, in that case. Looked like they might have went back to that 1-3-1 trap. And that's giving them a lot of trouble.
First shot on the way is no good from Yonkin. Daniel Yonkin, a freshman guard for the Rams.
Good-looking ball player for a freshman, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah, this team, like we talked about in the first quarter, starts freshmen and 2 sophomores. Second shot no good. Rebound, though, by Camper. Dawson Camper averaging 11 rebounds a game this season. And a foul. Was wondering if we would get the tie-up call there, but instead it's whistled on Zach Ryan.
And that all has to do with Laughlin being so strong with the ball. If he's not so strong with the ball, you probably do get a tie-up situation there.
Colt Rugg checks into the game.
Like
yet another sophomore on this team.
Yeah, definitely. Very young. I'd like to see if that Kozlowski could do in the football field. I wonder if he plays football.
Owen Bish is into the game now for Union. In the first minute of this second quarter. Camper jumper, knocks it down. Dawson Camper, he's your big guy inside.
Nice little 15-footer there, wasn't it?
That's a part of the game that you love to see. Out of the big guy, Dawson Camper, it's 28-13, matching their biggest lead of the game at 15. Jumper just outside the paint is no good from Colt Rugg. Rebound ahead to Johnson. Got the defender off his feet, decides to dish it back out. Now Laughlin will go to Johnson. Johnson, jumper from 8 on the baseline, no good. And a rebound by Kozlowski, and that's an ill-advised decision there. You had a great angle on that one from Laughlin. Not the time to want to swat at that one,
Yeah,
is it?
definitely. He's being aggressive, I understand that, but Kozlowski had great position, and it was kind of a foul you probably don't want to take there in that situation.
Youngkin will check back into the game. It's Zach Ryan having a seat.
Ryan has a couple fouls early here.
Yep. Back into the 1-3-1, Dan?
Yes, I believe.
And boy, they're trapping too a lot, aren't they? Did you notice that? You know, that they had to have seen them because other than Kozlowski, the length of this Union team is just, it's really noticeable.
Yeah.
Physically, it's noticeable. It's an older team. It's a more veteran team out there as well, as they'll go cross-court on the inbound pass, and it's through the hands and out of bounds of Bryce Schmidt, and the turnover gets it back to the Golden Knights. You know, Dan, a question for you here as we look across a pretty full crowd here, even the folks that came up from the Turkeyfoot Valley Area School District filling their section pretty well, but great crowd from Rimersburg. Do you like the home site first round state playoff game?
I do like it, at least for the first round.
Yeah, I wouldn't want any other rounds.
Right, yeah, I like it. You've earned your spot by winning your district, or maybe not winning your district, but at least being a higher seed.
Peyton Johnson is able to connect on the shot, and it's a 17-point lead now for the Golden Knights. I know some folks that question this and say, the neutral sites are better, bigger sites, bigger locations, but I think it's a nice reward in that first round. Another steal by the Knights. Here's Fleming with an open three. He doesn't take it now. Runner on the baseline, rims out. Rebound tipped out by Laughlin.
Great job on the boards by Union, keeping the ball alive.
We don't keep the rebounding numbers, but I wish we did because I think we would see a pretty dominating number so far, both on the offensive and defense. How many of these possessions have we seen offensively been extended?
Yeah, a lot. And Union's getting good shots. Some of them just aren't falling.
Johnson now with 6 of the 8 Golden Knight points in the second quarter, and it's a 19-point lead. Johnson with 12 in the game. Inside, a lot of contact, no call. Schmidt misses the shot, rebound Knights. They're going to push it again. Fleming, kick.
Yeah, Union's definitely pushing that ball every chance they can get. They're trying to run, and I think it's having a little bit of effect. Turkeyfoot Valley looks like they're gasping for air a little bit. Now, the big key for Union is once they push it, they got to get a good shot selection when they push the ball down the floor. They can't just take the first thing available.
Zalker Motor scoreboard update. Red Bank Valley girls, District 9 AA champions, leading Sarah Catholic 45-26. That's a couple minutes into quarter 4. So looking good for Red Bank Valley to move on to the second round of the 2A girls state playoffs, the round of 16. I always say, winning your first game, especially with 6 classes, that can happen a little more often nowadays with more teams available and more teams that can make it in.
Yeah.
But winning your second game is when you start to realize you might have a chance to do something. There's Kozlowski.
Yeah.
They finally find him down there on the low block. Kozlowski is able to connect. He has 4 of the points for this Rams team. Back to 17-point game. And they find Laughlin again inside, and Laughlin connects for his first bucket of the second quarter. And it's back to a 19-point, 34-15.
Yeah, I think you'll
Knights
take that 8-foot jumper all day, probably, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was talking with Coach Jason Johnson before the game, and did you see? I think you saw him. He actually took me out on the floor and was showing me. He said, we saw on film with this Turkeyfoot Valley team that a certain thing, when the ball went into the corner against them defensively, that they really liked flashing a guy right to the side of the paint. What a nifty move there.
Nice move.
By Daniel Youngkin. Union Gymnasium hasn't seen that since the days of Dan Reed playing here. And Youngkin gets his first bucket of the game. Timeout taken. It's a 17-point lead for Union. We'll step aside. It's Laurel Clinic High School basketball on exploreClarion.com.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Turkeyfoot Valley timeout. Down by 17.
Be interested to see if Union comes out in a different kind of press. They have done that after a pause in the action a couple times. So,
Dan, special thank you tonight to our title sponsor, of course, Laurel Eye Clinic, but also to our additional sponsors here this evening, helping to cover the PIAA fees for this one. Laughlin, 3, knocks it down. Xander Laughlin's third, 3 of the game. It's an Eric Schick Insurance Agency trifecta. And it's now 37-17, biggest lead of the game for the Golden Knights. An answer 3 does not go for the Rams. Rebound, Kozlowski and Smith battle for it. But we do want to thank the Corner Restaurant in Rimersburg, homemade pies and Friday fish specials at the Corner Restaurant on Lossenham Street in Rimersburg, and the Eric Schick Insurance Agency for helping cover the PIAA fees here tonight. That foul was whistled against Zach Ryan. Ryan just wondering, you can see him on the screen there. He's like, I don't know what I did.
I don't think he was around. I
don't think he was either. And you know what? I say it all the time as Smith makes the first shot. That's why I'm thankful that I'm the one that wears this headset.
Yeah, I
believe it there. I don't envy their position at all. They're going to make mistakes.
I believe that's number 3 on him.
Yep. He'll check out of the game. Smith's second shot is good as well. Smith gets on in the scorebook for his first 2 points of the game. Bish will check out. Camper checks in. So we're seeing the Knights, who barely went to their bench at all in the district championship game, go. 7 deep is about as far as they'll go. Those 2 off the bench, Smith and Bish, are the most common ones. But they've gone there a little quicker with the 20-plus point lead right now.
Yeah, Hayden Smith's the high jumper that can, because he went, 7 foot maybe, or close
Darn
to 7
close
foot.
to it, if not 7 foot. He was state champion last year. 3-pointer missed by Schmidt.
So you like to bring that off your bench, don't you?
Yeah, if he gets an open look, he can throw it down. Nice look from Trey Fleming. He's not necessarily a scorer on this team. He likes to make everything else happen for everybody else. But he's able to get himself to the hoop quickly there. Fleming does not save it in. He does save it in, but he steps on the line.
Yeah, it was a great hustle, great look in there. Fleming had a nice cut to the basket. They got him a layup, and they're off to the races. They're looking to put up a 50 spot in this first half, aren't they?
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left in this next step therapy second quarter. Rams with the basketball. Shot is off the mark, and the rebound is hauled in by Johnson, and immediately the Knights will push it down the floor. Doesn't have numbers, though. Johnson just a great basketball IQ. Really is the one on this team that has the best sense for, do I have the numbers, do I not? And this is going to be a foul on the rebound. Camper, I think, a little too physical. And did you see it?
I did. He definitely, like you said, he's a little bit too physical, and he wasn't going up against Kozlowski that time, so
is that what it was?
The other young man ended up on the floor that time. So
he was expecting Kozlowski back there, and it wasn't him.
It wasn't him, yeah.
Want to send a special thank you tonight to State Representative Donna Oberlander from the PA District 23 for helping us bring you this game tonight, as well as the Clarion Area Chamber of Commerce. Missed shot by Rugg, and the rebound is stepped out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Yonkin got it, and he stepped out of bounds.
Also, the Clarion Area Chamber of Commerce, Central Electric Co-op, and S&W Auto Body. I know I mentioned one of our game fee sponsors, the Corner Restaurant here in Rimersburg. I know you're very disappointed. They close at 8, Dan. This game probably won't be over until after that, so you can't get a piece of pie.
I'm going to have to eat at the Kifer house, I guess, afterwards.
There you go. You making something. Laughlin 3 on the way. It's off the back iron.
He hasn't missed many of those today, has he?
He has not.
I have him down for 17 so far. Does that sound about right?
17 3-pointers.
No, 17 points.
17 points, yeah.
If my math is right, and my math probably is right. That's probably about the only thing that's right.
3 3-pointers from Xander Laughlin as we near the 1-minute mark in quarter number 2. And a timeout taken by Turkeyfoot Valley. It's a full timeout. Laurel Eye Clinic High School basketball on exploreClarion.com.
Our focus has always been on you at Clarion County Community Bank. So let's talk about your needs of today and your plans for tomorrow. Let's talk if you're looking to update your home, expand your business, finance equipment, or establish a line of credit. Let's talk about making your dreams a reality at any one of our 4 locations in Clarion, New Bethlehem, Rimersburg, and Franklin. Clarion County Community Bank. There is a difference.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kale's Kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kale's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
The Rams take a full timeout here. What's your thought with that one as Coach Landon Loya there? You're down by 24. You have the ball with just over a minute to play here. What's our strategy going to be? Is this the time to send a message of let's get it under 20, let's get a quick score, stop, and get another one back?
Yeah, I think they just want to try to get a couple good possessions here. You're not going to make up 20. Here
comes Smith. No, he can't throw it down. There was an opportunity there, and he wanted it. Lost control of it on the way up and just didn't quite get the footing, but Hayden Smith on the steal and the bucket makes it 43-17. That shot is no good from Zach Ryan. Rebound saved in Camper. Fleming running. Fleming corner. Back to the top, Camper. Camper can do a lot of things. That might not be a shot up there, though.
No, I think he can shoot that, but interesting to see he pulled it out. They look like they might be going for the last shot.
Turkeyfoot Valley has gone man here. Talked about that 2-3 zone, but they're man.
Yeah.
First United National Bank halftime show is coming up. We'll take a look at our halftime statistics, get you our point totals for the first half, get you set up for the second half of action as well, and any scores that we can pass along to you. We'll do the same as well. Peyton Johnson to the hoop, and he'll get whistled for the foul on the rebound as well.
Doesn't that happen very often? You miss a layup and you get the foul out of frustration.
I was going to say, it was the exact same word I was thinking, it was a frustrating miss as well from Peyton Johnson. So Bish is going to check in for Johnson. I think that's his second. Maybe he doesn't check in for Johnson.
I don't know if Union was looking for that shot.
He does.
Time-wise, but he definitely had a layup. You got to take the layup, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, I realize you're putting somebody to the line as it's the 17th foul here against the Golden Knights, and the first shot is good by Ryan. I like the idea, though. I mean, the foot on the accelerator, it's been that way the entire game. There was an opportunity there. You take that one. Whistle before the shot, and it is a lane violation on Kozlowski.
Nice call by the official, too. Very loud. How'd you like that?
He described it?
He described it very well, very clear.
I will say this, Dan. I don't recognize any of these 3 officials. When you get to this point in the PIAA season, when you have as many games as there are tonight, 3-pointer on the way. Laughlin is good. Xander Laughlin, 46-18. The heave at the horn doesn't go. And the Golden Knights are rolling up by 28 as we head to the First United National Bank halftime show. It's Union 46, Turkeyfoot Valley 18. Halftime stats are on the way. Dan's keys to the second half are coming up, too. You're watching Laurel Clinic High School Basketball, and it's right here on the EYT Media Network.
Locally owned and operated, Hager Paving of Strattonville provides a range of services: hot mix asphalt, cold patch asphalt, tar and chipping, and seal coating. Hager Paving's reputation in business is based on customer service, referrals, and your satisfaction. Serving residential, commercial, industrial, and local municipalities throughout Western Pennsylvania, exceptional service, exceptional quality. That's Hager Paving of Strattonville. Call 814-764-5080. That's 814-764-5080 for Hager Paving.
Oaks Building Supply is dedicated to providing quality building products to the community. You will always find what you need for your home improvement project and get great advice on how to do the job at Oaks Building Supply. Customer satisfaction is a top priority. Oaks Building Supply, for all your building and lumber supply needs. Located on Route 66 in Lucinda.
Zockrell Motor Truck Sales in Clarion is an international Diamond Ed certified service department. As one of only 276 such shops in all of North America, you can be sure that when your medium or heavy-duty truck needs service, the job will be done correctly at Zockrell Motors. Our work is guaranteed nationwide at any international truck dealer, and our parts and service prices can't be beaten. Our technicians are factory trained and factory certified. Don't trust a shop that just thinks that they can make repairs. Come to Zockrell Motors Diamond Edge Certified Service Department. If it's maintenance you need, click ZockrellMotors.com or call us for a quote on those jobs too. Our prices are great. Best of all, you know the repair is done right and it's guaranteed. Get your truck service work done at Zockrell Motor Truck Sales, 2 miles north of exit 64 Interstate 80 in Clarion.
In a world that needs cleaning up, a legend stands tall. John Deere compact tractors from Landpro Equipment. With a get-it-done attitude, they're always ready to take care of business. And it's equipped to take on anything, so they never back down from the dirty work, making your world a more beautiful place.
We're making room for our 2023 model, so take advantage of our model year 22 compact tractor sale now. Stop in or build your own at LandProEquipment.com.
Red Bank Chevrolet, the area's #1 Chevrolet dealer and Clarion County's truck headquarters. So if you're in the market for a new or used Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV, go to Red Bank Chevrolet, 500 Broad Street in New Bethlehem, or online redbankchevrolet.com. Skilled staff at Red Bank Chevrolet is ready to meet all of your automotive needs. If we don't see you today, we'll see you at Red Bank Chevrolet.
Best of luck to all our area basketball teams from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at clarionauto.com.
You can actually see it.
Halftime at Stemmerch Gymnasium, Union High School, Rimersburg, Pennsylvania. And the Golden Knights in control at the half, leading Turkeyfoot Valley 46-18. I'm not. I am not Dan Reed. I'm Dustin Kifer. He's Dan Reed. Tyler Oakes is our producer tonight. Adrian Weber is the guy that's been on the camera for us this evening. And we welcome you in to the First United National Bank halftime show now that I know who I am and where I am here this evening. The Fun Bank, with locations throughout the Clarion County and surrounding areas. First United National Bank. Dan, Union immediately put the foot on the gas. They came out with a game plan to trap this team, full court pressure, make them work, increase the pace, run the ball offensively. They've executed every last bit of it.
They've done a great job, and they've kept the ball alive at the. Even if they haven't got the rebound cleanly, they've tipped it out to keep control, keep another possession. And how about Xander Laughlin? I mean, he's just lighting it up. So
let's transition right in. That's a good time to transition into our Red Bank Chevrolet halftime stats. Dan, why don't you run us through the point totals from the first half?
Okay, for Union, I have Dawson Camper with 6 points. Peyton Johnson with 12 points. Trey Fleming and Hayden Smith both have 4 points. And as I said before, Xander Laughlin has 20 points, and I would say that's probably more points than I ever saw in my career. So he's done a fine job. For Turkeyfoot Valley, Zach Ryan and Chris Kozowski both have 4 points. Nicholson's leading the way, Bryce Nicholson with 5, and Bryce Schmidt with 3, and Daniel Yonkin with 2. So I haven't done a game with you for a couple years, Dustin, so I got to get back in the swing of things. Whenever you guys make that signal Does that mean I'm supposed to stop eating Doritos because we're going back live?
It's the peanut butter M&Ms that we're more concerned
okay.
with. Yeah, that's the issue here. That's the reason why Adrian hasn't panned the camera over toward us this way, is because most of the time his microphone is down and he's stuffing his face full of food. Speaking of stuffing his face, I want to send a special thank you along to the entire athletic staff here at Union High School. Scott Kindle, the athletic director, and Shalvo, the assistant athletic director here. Just a fantastic job, so welcoming here. Anything we needed, we got it. We have a bunch of waters here behind us as well. There's an entire container of snacks. Tyler has 3 different bags of food here. Now he's crumbling them by my microphone. I mean, it's food all over the place and trash everywhere, but that's a big thank you to the athletic director, Scott Kindle, and his hospitality here. It's always great to do a game from Union High School. For those from the Turkeyfoot Valley area, we're not just a Union High School entity. We're a game of the week type of format throughout the entire Clarion County and surrounding county area. And so anytime we make our way to Union High School, it's always nice to get to see these folks here. Do want to send along a Zocker Motor scoreboard update. One other stat thing here, Union 6 of 6 from the free throw line, and Turkeyfoot Valley is 1 of 4 from that charity stripe. And of course, as always, that free throw line is sponsored by Northern Pennsylvania Regional College, the Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. I want to send along a special thank you to them as well. Zocker Motor scoreboard update for you here this evening from Red Bank Valley High School. The Lady Bulldogs, that game is already over. It was a 6 o'clock start there, and Red Bank Valley has knocked off Sarah Catholic 63-36. The Lady Dogs are on to the second round of the PIAA State Playoffs, and Red Bank Valley will take on the winner of Freedom and Bishop McCourt. So we'll try to find a score on that one if we can. Freedom and Bishop McCourt being played at Freedom High School tonight. The second place team out of District 7 and the third place team out of District 6. That'll be Tuesday night in a state round of 16 game. Looking good for the Golden Knights, and we will have the second half action coming up after a quick timeout. You're watching Laurel Eye Clinic High School Basketball right here on the EYT Media Network.
West Park Rehab Physical Therapy, providing traditional physical therapy plus diagnostic testing to include EMG nerve conduction study and musculoskeletal ultrasounds.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIP.
Dubrook, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. Dubrook provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. Dubrook can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. Dubrook is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let Dubrook help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. Call 1-844-382-7665. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville.
The First United National Bank halftime show. Gatesman's Auto Body's keys to the second half. Union will get the basketball to start this quarter up by 28. Dan, what's a key?
Well, I think the first key is for Union to get a good shot, because if they get this shot down and they go up 30, you got the running clock.
Is it Camper? Nope. They missed the opening shot.
They had a perfect look there. You want that right by the basket.
Now, other than that, what does Union have to do to punch their ticket to the second round?
I think the same thing they have been doing. Put pressure, keep the foot in the pedal, and they're taking good shots. The selection's been pretty good. If you're Turkeyfoot Valley, you just got to play. I mean, I've been in many games with Greg Heath one-on-one where I'm down by way more than this. And you just got to keep playing. There's nothing else you can do.
Legendary Keystone coach Greg Heath. And another steal here. Turkeyfoot Valley gets the basketball back, and a three on the way. No good. Rebound by Fleming. Yeah, if you're Turkeyfoot Valley, this is a battle of don't let it get to 30. Once you get to 30, and there's a shot by Fleming, it's good, and we are past that 30-point mark. And I think that's huge because now you're shortening a state playoff game.
Yes, and Trey Fleming, he's made a tremendous strides this year, I think.
Looking inside to Kozlowski. That's kick out to the corner, shot no good, but he tracks down the rebound to Schmidt. Schmidt finds Kozlowski in the paint, layup is good. Kozlowski now with 6. And another steal by Turkeyfoot Valley. Looking ahead, it's tipped but controlled. Yonkin in the paint, shot good, and he's fouled. Yonkin will go to the line for a chance at the three-point play.
And we do have a running clock. Now, when does the clock stop? Dustin,
so it'll stop on the free throw there.
Okay.
So as soon as the foul indicates, it's somewhere around. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's somewhere around the time after the foul has been indicated by the official. The official can also give a stop signal there on it as well. Jumper baseline, hits the back iron, no good from Schmidt. And the rebound, Fleming's going to let it go out of bounds. And now the clock is going to run. And this is where the game starts to roll pretty quickly here. Free throws, timeouts, injuries, obviously between quarters are your other times that you'll see a stoppage in play. Laughlin, 3, no good. Johnson, Johnny on the spot, Peyton on the spot.
He's going to call that a pass, isn't he? If you're Laughlin, you got to call that a pass.
Yeah, so that's Peyton wants the rebound, I think. Peyton wants the rebound and put back. Laughlin wants the assist on that one. And a steal, Camper ahead. Johnson's going to lay that one up, and then Peyton Johnson. And boy, how many times this Union team is so good at getting possession of the basketball and immediately going.
They definitely don't waste time, and what I like is when they get to the other end, they're taking good shots.
Yep, Kozlowski gets the pass from Ryan and puts it up and in. Turkeyfoot Valley with full court pressure now, but Fleming will just dribble right through it. Goes across the paint to Laughlin. Under 5.5 to play. That pass had a little too much juice on it to Johnson, but a backdoor cut from Peyton Johnson, and Johnson now with 6 points in this quarter. He's catching up to Laughlin. Laughlin with 20, Johnson with 18. Johnson with the pickpocket. Johnson with the layup. Johnson now with 20, and it's 56-24. And a running third quarter clock, 3 minutes into it. Third quarter brought to you by Penn State DuBois. Another loose basketball. Kozlowski turnaround, hook shot no good. Rebound Laughlin. He thought about the long pass and backs off.
They're definitely releasing somebody.
Fleming to Roxbury. A lot of contact there. Good no call. And a little surprise. That's Roxbury very, very close to getting himself in a position where he's going to get a technical. And this isn't the time that you want to do something like that because seeing a little bit too much contact there. I think Roxbury was getting frustrated and saved that ball in.
Yeah, at this point you want to see both teams just play good, hard basketball and see what they can do with it.
It's been a frustrating night for the Rams. Schmidt 3, corner, no good. Kozlowski and Roxbury battle for it. Kozlowski had it, but Camper just rips it right away from him as it comes down. That's Roxbury. His 3. No good. Camper can't get positioning. He'll kick it out to the top. Laughlin spin move. Laughlin in the paint. His shot is off the mark. Might have been tipped inside there as well. And a rebound by Kozlowski. Ahead come the Rams. Should stay with the Rams. It does. As Nicholson has it stripped on the way up. Again, if you're wondering, running clock right now. See it on our screen.
Yeah, I'd like to see both teams settle down just a little bit here. Get a good look, get some good sets going.
From the wing, 3 on the way is no good. Rebound by Camper.
And there's our Camper-Kozlowski matchup again.
Long pass ahead to Johnson, and he stepped on the end line. Ball goes back to Turkeyfoot Valley, 32-point lead for Union. Kozlowski-Camper matchup was the matchup that we talked about in the pregame show. We said it's 2 men that are out there. We were looking forward to that one.
They're definitely.
Who's it been?
Like men.
I mean, who have you?
Well, I think you have to look at what Camper's done. He's done a great job on both ends, but that's taking nothing away from Kozlowski because he's right there too.
Boy, are they just touching a lot of basketball so far in this game. Fleming with another nice dish to a cutting Johnson. Johnson with 10 points in this quarter alone. He has 22 in the game. And there's a foul on Camper. Right in front of our camera.
You get a little tired, you start reaching, those legs stop moving.
S&W auto body foul. Again, that clock rolls now as Union got it their second or third possession of this Penn State Du Bois third quarter. They were able to get it above the 30-point mark. It's now a running clock for the remainder of this game. Fleming fakes the pass this time. Layup is off the mark and a rebound. It's Nicholson, can't get it to go, and Hayden Smith gets the board. Doesn't have the numbers and wisely hands it off to Fleming to settle the offense in. Owen Bish into the game as Peyton Johnson has a seat for the Knights. Corner Bish, 3 on the way, Bish, it's no good. Rebound ends up with Fleming. Fleming to the baseline. Along the baseline pass to Roxbury, it's no good. And a rebound by Kozlowski. Ahead to Nicholson. Nicholson is able to get Roxbury off his feet, gets the shot up, but there's Camper again for the rebound. Let's see if the Knights slow it down a bit. Up big in the final minutes of quarter number 3.
They might want to look for that last shot like they did at halftime here.
Boy, an exciting night here for the Golden Knights as they are in control, looking to win their first state playoff game since 1974. And right now it's a 34-point lead and a running mercy roll clock in the third quarter.
Nice shot by Nicholson, but just rims out, doesn't it? I was
going to say, some nights it's just not your night, and for Nicholson, that shot doesn't go. 13 points in the first quarter out of this Turkeyfoot Valley team as they had gone down by 15 in that quarter and ended it on an 8-0 run, or at least the latter part of it. I don't know if they ended the quarter on the 8-0 run. Shot at the horn by Fleming is no good. A little double clutch shot from Fleming. And that'll do it for our Penn State Du Bois third quarter. Big lead for Union as we head to the fourth. You're watching Laurel Eye Clinic High School basketball on the EYT Media Network. Hey, Julie, nice deck. Did you get that at Tio Nesta Builder Supply?
It's Tio Nesta Builder Supply, and yes, Dave, I did.
Wonder if they sell siding and roofing at Tio Nesta Builder Supply.
It's Tio Nesta, and yes, Tio Nesta Builder Supply has that too. Come on, Dave, you've never been there? They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. Mom got a custom kitchen there. Bill down the street got the materials for his garage. They have this awesome website, www.tionestabuilders.us. You can buy online. They really have everything for the home.
Wow, I'm heading over to Tio Nesta. I know. Tio Nesta Builders.
Tio Nesta Builder Supply Home Improvement Center. Family owned and operated since 1958 with locations in Tio Nesta and Shippenville.
That sounds good. I'll check them out online at tionestabuilders.us. Dubrook fourth quarter is underway at Union High School, and immediately a foul whistled on the Golden Knights. But Union, with a mercy roll running clock, leading Turkeyfoot Valley 58-24. Both Bish and Smith into the game for the Golden Knights now. Johnson and Laughlin on the bench. You know, one of our great fans on the YouTube feed of our game here tonight, Teen Wolf, the name for Xander Laughlin. You like that one?
I do.
Great movie from the 80s.
That's from my era, too.
It
yeah,
is.
Definitely. I like that.
You like that name?
That's very, very fitting for Xander.
A lot of folks in the Rimersburg area refer to him as Big Country. That's been a nickname that the family, at least, has given him, but I really like that name. Foul before the shot taken by Hayden Smith on the rebound there. And the official stepping in and wisely here. I mean, it's a 34-point game, Dan. Mm-hmm. Isn't the message from the official like, guys, just stop?
And especially if you're Union, you're going to be moving on, it looks like, and you don't want to lose somebody when you go 7 deep in the next round.
Yeah, you do something stupid, you get yourself in a position where you do something aggressively or out of frustration or whatever. It's just a bad situation here. Camper will check out of the game. Dawson Camper with 6 points this evening, but has done great inside with Kozlowski. Second shot. Was that the first shot or the second?
That was the second shot.
Second shot. Did he make the first one?
He did not.
I got to pay attention.
He did not.
Roxbury misses both there. From the free throw line, Northern Pennsylvania Regional College, Charity Straight. Inside. Shot is missed by Kozlowski and a rebound by Smith.
Did a good job getting the ball into Kozlowski. Nice move. He just couldn't quite get it to go down. Probably getting a little bit frustrated at this point, I would guess.
Speaking of frustration, you could see a little bit of that out of Roxbury at the free throw line the last time. He's scoreless in the game tonight. And he is called for the travel there, and that might have been a forced shot there as well from Roxbury. Right on cue is Skyler. And
he's done a lot of other things in the game that's very good, but just hasn't had any points.
Oh, he's been phenomenal. I think more than any point this season, he's worked the ball around really well. Defensively, he's been everywhere, touching the basketball a ton in this game. You can sense a little bit of frustration with him as he came off the floor there because he's been held out of the scorebook, but he's been a critical piece of the puzzle here tonight in this game.
That was
foul whistle on the rebound.
Gage Jordan for Union getting in there.
Yep. Gage Jordan is into the game.
Yeah, nice job in there mixing it up a little bit.
Christian Salzoni in as well. Salzoni, a sophomore, along with Gage Jordan, and now we see multiple substitutes coming into the game. The younger Fleming is into the game as well. That's freshman Trent Fleming checking in. So on the floor, it's Salzoni, Bish, Trent Fleming, Jordan, and Smith for the Golden Knights. We'll let you know the Turkeyfoot Valley squad here in just a moment as Kozlowski is able to connect for two. Kozlowski now into double figures. We don't keep rebound numbers statistically here, but I would put a reasonable amount of money on close to a double-double tonight.
I would say so, yeah.
He averages a double-double on the season, and I bet he had another one tonight. So the Golden Knights will be moving on as Hayden Smith gets his third bucket of the game, second bucket rather, had 2 points from the free throw line. They'll be moving on to face either Amani Christian or Clarion area. Amani Christian led 28-13 in the second quarter, and another bucket by Kozlowski. Kozlowski's out there with Garcia. Schmidt on the floor as well, along with Perez, Bronson Perez, and Gavin Culp out there right now. Kozlowski, Perez, Culp, Schmidt, and Garcia for the Rams. I'd say they're going with a younger lineup, but they started with a pretty young lineup as well. There's some good basketball coming through for the Rams and Turkeyfoot Valley as well.
They definitely have some things to look forward to there. They still have their two seniors in the game, but they've rotated a lot of people in there and getting them some action.
30-second timeout taken by the Golden Knights. If you're heating, plumbing, or air conditioning, takes a timeout, call Gatesman to get you back in the game at 814-782-3280. Quick timeout for us as well. We're watching Laurel Eye Clinic High School basketball on the UIT Media Network. Dubrook fourth quarter. And we're over halfway through it with the Mercy Roll running clock, and the Golden Knights in control, 60-28. Gallagher into the game now for Union. That ball's coming to us. Fleming is able to save it from going out of bounds, so it'll stay with Turkeyfoot Valley. What an effort.
Great effort
from Fleming.
I think he lost some skin on that one. What do you think?
Yeah, it's still down there. This new floor they just put in a few years ago here at Stemmer's Gymnasium. Doesn't have quite as much of that on it, but he left a little mark. There's a three on the way. No good from Garcia, and the rebound by Max Gallagher. Freshman, I know you coached him. You're the offensive coordinator for that Union AC Valley co-op football team. Coached a number of these kids, including the freshman Gallagher. Yes. Pretty important. That's a nice move inside from Gage Jordan.
Jordan, yeah, with the two.
A fan favorite here, too, as he gets that bucket to go. But Gallagher, an impact for it's something to be an impact freshman in basketball, but football, he was one as well for you, wasn't he?
Oh, definitely, yes. He played a lot for us, started a lot of games for us. Going to be a heck of a football player. It's kind of nice to see these guys get some action in basketball too, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody wanted to see a 62-28 game at this point, but you know they're getting some action, and that's good in a PIAA game.
Gallagher ahead to Salzoni. Salzoni with a little excitement. Enjoy that one, bud. In the scorebook in a state playoff game, and Union's first state playoff victory since 1974. You're allowed to show a smile on that one. Saved in. Nice play from Garcia, but it's Salzoni with it. Salzoni no good. Rebound, and it falls into the hands of Salzoni, standing out of bounds.
Out of bounds, yep.
Turkeyfoot Valley basketball. So a heck of a season for the Rams comes to an end here this evening. The long trek up from the small town of Confluence, Pennsylvania. The long trek back, but certainly nothing to hang their heads about with a wonderful season this year, a third place finish in District 5. A lot of folks coming back, a very young squad as well. Losing Schmidt and Kozlowski. That's obviously a couple of guys they're going to miss, but been a great season for them, but the road comes to an end for the Rams here tonight at Union High School. That shot is missed from Gallagher. Untouched, goes out of bounds. And Turkeyfoot Valley will have it. The lead is 28-13 for Amani Christian over Clarion. That's a second quarter score. It was a 7:30 start, I believe, the second game of a doubleheader at North Allegheny High School. And we'll give you an update on that. Was our Commander Scoreboard update when we have an opportunity to do that. Turkeyfoot Valley takes a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. It's Laurel Eye Clinic High School basketball on the EYT Media Network. Landon Loya, the coach of Turkeyfoot Valley, after the 30-second timeout. Rams will have the basketball in the final minute of play here in the Dubrook fourth quarter. Clarion County Community Bank postgame show on the way. I do want to send a special thank you tonight to the Corner Restaurant in Rimersburg, homemade pies and Friday fish specials. Corner Restaurant in Rimersburg and the Schick Insurance Agency for helping cover the PIAA fees here this evening. Shot is missed from Heath Nicholson, a sophomore. Fleming gets the rebound ahead to Salzoni, no good. Rebound is tipped out of bounds, last touched by Burns. Carter Burns, a sophomore, into the game for the Knights. With the clock running and the final 12 seconds here, the Union Golden Knights. Crowd is starting to come to their feet, lots of smiles around. It's been 49 years since the Union Golden Knights have won a PIAA state playoff game. 1974, the last time the Golden Knights won a state playoff game, not anymore. 2023 is the year as Union knocks off Turkeyfoot Valley 64-28 and moves on to the second round of the PIAA State Playoffs. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, it's our Clarion County Community Bank postgame show, stats, and our Hager Paving players of the game. That's all coming up after we take a quick timeout. You're listening to Laurel Eye Clinic High School Basketball on the EYT Media Network.
Brookville Equipment Corporation is a leading American manufacturer of locomotive, streetcar, and mining machinery. For over 100 years, Brookville has been a world-class manufacturer with innovation, quality engineering, product safety, and expert American craftsmanship. Every piece of equipment is designed and built entirely in our facility in Brookville, Pennsylvania. Join our team. Brookville is a family-owned business. We offer competitive wages, opportunities for growth, and outstanding benefits. Click the Now Hiring button on our website at brookvillecorp.com for current openings.
Best of luck to all our area basketball teams from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Owners and operators, if your business depends on your truck, then we've got you covered. From simple oil changes to complete engine rebuilds, Bauer Truck Repair has the tools and the know-how to get the job done. We also offer 24-hour roadside.
Located in Parker, Emlenton, and Clarion, UFP Parker is now hiring for several skill levels, including general labor, truss assembler, and industrial assemblers. For more information, visit ufpi.com/careers.
You want to hand the mic. Stemmerich Gymnasium at Union High School, where the Golden Knights punched their ticket to the second round of the PIAA State Playoffs with a 64-28 victory. It's the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show, and it's time to name already our Hager Paving players of the game because we felt it important enough to bring them on for an interview here tonight. We don't usually do this, but this is a big night for Union High School. It's co-players of the game here this evening. We have Peyton Johnson and Xander Laughlin. Guys, congratulations on a big victory tonight. Peyton, I'm going to start with you. This is the first victory for a Union team. A lot of success with Union boys basketball, but it's the first state playoff victory since 1974. That has to mean something to you guys as a team, right?
We've been practicing all year for this. We plan to come in and win the state playoff game. Give something for the fans to cheer about in this town.
Xander, first half, the three was falling for you, and I know that's a big part of. I know it's a big part of your team's game as a whole is finding that open shot. When do you know you're feeling it, and when do you know you're not feeling it?
Normally, that first shot, I wasn't really going to take it, but they kind of left me open. So I'm like, I'll see if it goes in. It fell off, but then it made it. So I'm like, I'm just going to keep shooting because Coach Johnson always says shooters keep shooting. So I just kept shooting, and then they were falling for me.
I know Dan Reed lived his
That's
life by
right.
that when he played basketball here, too. Shooters keep
Exactly.
shooting. He wasn't a shooter, but he kept shooting.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much. Xander, I'm going to stick with you for a moment here. You had a couple of a few open looks in that 2-3 zone, the Turkeyfoot Valley.
Yeah.
Did you guys expect that of them?
Oh, yeah. They ran it all. We had film on them. That's all they ran. We never really saw them in a man. And we knew the middle would be wide open because the guy in the center, he never really came up to guard the middle. And then we knew that their top guys rotated down here, so we knew that if we cut backside in, that they'd be open. So we just prepared for that all week. And then our JVs did a good job in practice of pushing us and making us on.
Yeah, you guys seem to find the open guy at the perimeter and also find the open guy in the paint as well. Peyton, got to ask you about this one. We commented on it multiple times, but defensively, you guys want to dictate a pace that's chaotic. Is that fair? I mean, you guys want it to be a crazy, insane pace in a basketball game, and that's where you guys feel comfortable. It seemed like every time there was a stoppage in play, you mixed up something defensively.
Yeah,
was that part of the game plan tonight?
Yeah, that was part of the game plan. Come in maybe every 2 or 3 possessions, change the defense, throw them off of their offensive flow.
And when it comes to defensively, you guys got a bunch of touches here this evening. I mean, was there something in particular? Did you guys want to set a particular pace and make them get a little frustrated with the pressure that they had there?
Yeah, our plan coming in was to speed them up, get steals, pretty much.
Well, gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us here for the interview tonight. Wish you the best of luck next round, either Amani Christian or Clarion area. And we'll get you a T-shirt here in just a moment, as well as the Hager Paving players of the game. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
We'll step aside and take a quick timeout. Come back with our Red Bank Chevrolet post-game statistics. You're watching Laurel Clinic High School Basketball on the EYT Media Network.
Attention, attention! Beverage Hair Victory in Brookville is hiring. If you're looking for a great place to work with a good starting wage and advancement opportunities, this may be the place for you. We have immediate openings for all shifts, including part-time and weekends. Beverage Hair Victory has a generous benefits package, including 401k and paid time off. No experience necessary. We will train you. Have experience? We will pay you more. Come join our team by applying online at beverage-air.com.
Located in Parker, Emlenton, and Clarion, UFP Parker is now hiring for several skill levels, including general labor, truss assembler, and industrial assemblers. For more information, visit ufpi.com/careers.
I believe that no one can deliver someone's health care better than their primary care doctor that knows them best. I can choose to refer my patients anywhere, but I send them to Butler because I know they can get incredible care there. And that's why my entire team and I trust them with our family's care and even our own. So why would I send them anywhere else?
Choose the place where exceptional care meets genuine caring. Choose Butler Health System.
Clarion County Community Bank post-game show where the Golden Knights have won their first PIAA state playoff game since 1974 with a 64-28 victory over the third-place team out of District 5, Turkeyfoot Valley Rams. Already named our Hager Paving players of the game. It was Peyton Johnson and Xander Lachlan. I don't know if I actually mentioned who our players of the game were. Just brought them up here and interviewed
brought them up, and everybody recognizes them, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, it's hard not to recognize those two guys. But what a night from those two gentlemen. It was Lachlan early in the game with 4 3-pointers in the first half, and then a 10-point third quarter out of Peyton Johnson is really what put this game away. It might have already been away at the end of the second quarter. But again, your final score is 64-28. Union knocks off Turkeyfoot Valley. Inside the Clarion County Community Bank postgame show, let's take a look at those Red Bank Chevrolet postgame statistics.
Okay, we'll start off with Turkeyfoot Valley. Leading the way in scoring for them would be senior Chris Kozlowski with 12. Bryce Nicholson was held a little bit under his average. He averages 15.7. He ended up with 5. Zach Ryan and Daniel Youngkin ended up with 4. And Bryce Schmidt came in with 3. And for the Union Knights, leading the way in scoring is Peyton Johnson with 22. Now, when somebody has 20 at half, you wouldn't think they're going to finish second in scoring, would you? But that's what happened with Xander Lachlan, who played a fine game. Even though he didn't score in the second half, he still played a good game in the second half. He ended up with 20. And then with 6 points apiece, Dawson Camper, Trey Fleming, and Hayden Smith. And rounding out the scoring for Union would be Christian Salzoni with 2 and Gage Jordan with 2. So even though, like we said, Roxbury didn't score, but he did a lot of other things. He did some damage, great job on defense, great job with some passes. They got some nice play out of Owen Bish. So it's not necessarily who's putting points up on the board to make things go, and I think those guys all did a very good job.
Yep, I think Camper won the battle inside with Kozlowski. Fleming did what Fleming does.
He does, yeah.
Fleming dishes the ball. Fleming runs the court very well. Fleming is able to distribute the basketball very effectively, and just a great all-around basketball game from the Golden Knights here tonight. Turkeyfoot Valley went 1 of 4 from the free throw line here this evening. The Golden Knights were 6 of 8 from the charity stripe tonight. One final thank you to pass along to S&W Auto Body, Central Electric Co-op, Clarion Area Chamber of Commerce, and State Representative Donna Oberlander joining us for tonight's game. But our big sponsors here tonight as part of our game fee. You know, no reason to hide it from you. It costs $500 to broadcast this game, and it costs $1,500 because Dan Reed's price to do a game is so high.
Is that right?
Yeah, the amount that we have to pay this guy to do this game. But no, it's a $500 fee to do this game here this evening to the PIAA. So we can't bring it to you for free if not for the great sponsorship of folks like the Schick Insurance Agency, Eric Schick Insurance Agency, and as well as the Corner Restaurant in Rimersburg with homemade pies and Friday fish specials. The Corner Restaurant in Rimersburg. If you have the chance, make sure you send a special thank you along to those two businesses that helped bring tonight's game to you for free here in the PIAA State Playoffs. That's going to wrap up our Clarion County Community Bank post-game show. We do have one other Zocker Motor scoreboard update. Again, it was Imani Christian. Red Bank Valley girls won easily. They're on to the second round. It was 63-36. They're on to the second round of the 2A girls playoffs. Shadyside Academy girls handled Karn City girls tonight, so another one of our local teams is out there. Karn City girls lose to Shadyside Academy here this evening, and the last score we had from Imani Christian was a 58-25 Imani lead at the half, so it looks like Union's going to get Imani Christian, and that's going to be a neutral site game. You don't host in the second round. First round games are available to be played at home sites, and it looks like one more score has come in here. Lakeview girls and 2A girls leading Montauk 41-37 midway through the fourth quarter. That game at Montauk tonight. So Lakeview and Montauk in a great game at Montauk High School this evening. That's it for the Clarion County Community Bank post-game show. Dan, any final thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, it's just like you said, it's a historic night. Union moves on, first time in a long time, and Turkeyfoot Valley has nothing to be ashamed of. They had a great season, so very interesting game.
49 years, semifinals of the state playoffs, and the year that the Golden Knights made it to the state championship game under Don Stemmerich. His name is on this floor.
Yes.
And now they get another victory in the PIAA state playoffs, and on to the round of 16 go the Golden Knights. Big thank you to Adrian Weber, our cameraman, Tyler Oakes, our producer tonight, for my broadcast partner, Dan Reed. This is Dustin Kifer saying so long from Union High School. You've been listening and watching Laurel Clinic High School Basketball on the EYT Media Network. Have a great evening, everybody.
Have a great day.